Our story begins with the Elder Gods, beings of immense power. For millennia, they formed worlds, and Gielinor was their perfect creation. It was also their last. Gielinor lay silent and concealed, but all treasures must be found. A young god named Guthix came upon the world, and he was overwhelmed by its beauty. He desired to share it with others. Gateways were opened, and he brought in peaceful beings. They tended the land and lived in balance with the world. Gielinor was in the hands of mortals, and the time had come for Guthix to leave. He journeyed under the earth and slept. But Guthix was not the only god. One by one, others found Gielinor, and instead of a world of balance, they saw a world of opportunity. New races swarmed through portals with no desire for peace or harmony. They were schemers, warriors, killers. Violence was swift to follow. God fought God. Mortal fought mortal. And a powerful few dared to fight their masters. Out of chaos, the god wars erupted, raging for centuries. In the north, a god named Zamorak tore a continent asunder. Gielinor, once perfect, was forever scarred. The world cried out with pain, and Guthix broke. He cast the gods out. The god wars were brought to an end, and Guthix built walls around the world. No god could set foot on Gielinor. It was a gift to mortals. Soldiers lay down their arms. Peace returned, and cities were built on battlefields. The gods despised that peace. They clawed at the boundaries of the world, hunting for a weakness. And mortals went about their lives, but they could not have anticipated what would happen next. An upheaval that would change Gielinor forever.
Hey there, this is M. Strain Jr., known as Muldrum, here in this game, Runescape. I've been playing this for a couple years now. I've been reluctant to do this quest for this game here because my favorite character, he's a god, Guthix, has something bad happen to him. And so, here we have all these characters. We've done this whole battle fighting different guys because this one here is trying to get to Guthix and kill him. She's fighting for her god Saradomin, and in order to bring him back to the world, Guthix has to be killed. It's a whole storyline, and I really don't want to get deep into all the complexities of it. But anyway, I thought that I would record this since it's such a big moment. My character has the color green and such shows, and is a follower of Guthix. I'm even holding a Guthix bow on the back here. But anyway, so we're at the final scene here, at the end of The World Wakes, the Grandmaster quest on RuneScape. Yes, I've been reluctant to get to this point, because I know it's going to have a bad ending, which ushers in the 6th Age in Gielinor, the land here in RuneScape. So, anyway, we're going to go on and do this, and I'm going to watch something that I've been dreading for months and months and months, the reason why I've been putting this quest off, because I know it's going to make me sad. But anyway, let me first boost up the audio, and I'm going to change my interface so it's not all in the way. Something like that should work. Here, let's clear all this out. There we go. And let's go on and start here. This is the last part. If I don't die, we're gonna have to see. For those of you who've never played this, you have no idea what's going on, but yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to take time to explain all of it if you don't know. Space bar. Bum bum bum. It's lies, all lies. I wish to await Guthix to learn all that such a powerful thing could teach. I wish to protect Guthix to save the world from the lesser gods. Or do you want to destroy him to pave the way for his betters? Well, of course I'm going to side with the Guthixians. Of course. Why would I pick the third option? Meldrum, surely not. Why'd you think I was on your side? I'm afraid so. Meldrum, however, Guthix must be looking for Zaros. Zaros is one of the dark gods that was defeated some time ago, and they're trying to bring him back. Presumably, I guess, with the knowledge they might gain from Guthix. You're feeling sick. You get it? Because she hisses. Feelings. I promise it's going to get better in a minute. If Meldrum stands for Guthix, then he stands against us as an obstacle in this way. Well, it seems to me like I do not want to be attacked. What's going on? Where are you? Oh, you're over here. The wall! Look! Which one? Oh, here. There's someone in there. I saw them. They have uncovered the path to Guthix. Ah, twist. Someone, while we were all distracted, someone broke in there. This is not our plan. There is no one else. Go now! Uh-oh. think I have to run here. I burn you to the ground. Oh yes, this does not look good for me. I have to run. To the ground, Belgium. Oh no, please don't burn me to the ground. I wish to move. No! Yeah, maybe I can click the main map and just... Ah! Stop it. Stop it. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, I died. That was not supposed to happen. We can get back there real quick. Just take me right there, please. Okay. Good, good, good. I will burn you to the ground. I guess I'm not supposed to touch those fireball things. I don't know. Stop it. Stop it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay. Here we go. I was right there too when I died. It's Guthix! Oh, this is the moment I've been dreading. One of the great three gods from the beginning of Runescape. Thanks! Come to me. However he talks, he's voiceless here for some reason. Okay, I'm coming. Where are you? Am I running the right way? Yeah, there you are. You're too big to fail, like a bank. Don't be afraid. You have no enemies here. What just happened? Are you injured? Godslayer, if you will. I'm dying. Screw that. We still have time. It's been most interesting watching your brave journey to get here. You put up an honorable defense, and I thank you. In the end, there's something I must show you. Guthix? Oh, that's cool. I am here. I've taken form from my past. Your past? Where are we? We're in my past. This is my homeland, or rather my last memories of it. Moments before I left. My homeland. This final blow. I am dying. This sucks. I slowed down passage of time momentarily, so I may share this with you. Please explore. I will wait for you along the path. Okay. Something froze there, but okay. It wants me to explore. Well, I would love to explore. There's only one way I can go. Okay. Look, there's a dead person there. Let's see if we can maneuver the camera. Dead person. This is his theme, and it's so sad sounding. Many millennia ago, I was born here, far away from the land you call home. From as far back as I can remember, this world was in turmoil. My world was home to many gods, many beings who would claim it as their own. gods fought relentlessly, and as more and more came, fighting became more vicious. The war broke out and lasted for centuries. The world was ravaged and the population decimated. Thanks, Obama. You know who came out? You know who came out the victor, Moultram? I don't know. My character looks sad. No one emerged triumphant from this ordeal. My people were killed, all my friends, my family. I was left to stand alone on this devastated plain, with memories of what my life had been. What about the gods? Many died, many fled. Please meet me along the path when you are ready. Well, this is sad. Just gonna see dead people laying around. This must be his friends and family all killed in the wars that destroyed this world. Their clothes are basic and they carry no weapons. They look more like farmers and crafters than warriors. Whoops, I missed that last part. It does not seem like they would stand much a chance against a god's enemy, a god's army.
No.
Where are you? Okay. He is one of the fallen, a god long dead and forgotten. In the last days of the war, I believed I was soon to die, too. There was no food, no water. I scavenged among the dead until one day I found a weapon, a large sword crackling with energy. I recognized it as a weapon of the gods. The elder weapons, as they refer to them. The weapons were prized among them, and they fought, even over these. I knew it would be my only chance, so I took it. Having seen so much violence, I do not believe in it as a solution, but in this case I had no other choice. In the dead of night, I crept from the ruins of my home. I found a slumbering god, the god you see before you, peaceful amid the rubble. I stabbed him with the elder weapon, driving it deep into his back. The weapon shattered as the god reared back in pain before crashing to the ground. As I watched him take his last breaths, I felt power growing within me. I became a god myself, equal to those who had tormented my life. I left this world and its painful memories. I fled for centuries, aimlessly wandering, until something captured my attention. I felt drawn to a planet, Gielinor. It was beautiful, and more importantly, empty. It was somewhere I could hide and mourn my dead. I had not expected to find a stone upon it, the stone of Jas, granting me greater power even than the gods of my home world. I'll continue my story along the path. Meet me there when you are ready. Come down! Fine. What's this? It doesn't look like any race I've seen. No, it doesn't. He's got the rebel symbol on him, though. Nah, it's an anchor. What is this? It doesn't look like any race I've seen. It is a god's warrior, a creature introduced to this world only for war. The sparring gods here brought in other races to fight for them, their own armies. Much like the Majorat or the Icene were introduced to Gielinor. When I arrived in Gielinor, I spent a long time alone. I didn't know what my future held, what I should do next. Eventually, I came upon what I believed was my purpose. I aimed to create a world free of the influence of gods, a world where the inhabitants would not have to fight other beings' wars. So I introduced my own chosen races. Humans, gnomes, beings who do not strongly tend towards evil, nor good. I chose tribes who had no concept of gods, and I brought them to Gielinor to live uninfluenced lives while I retained the balance. I was foolish. Okay, camera? My plan would never work. I will continue my tale along the path. Just meet me when you are ready. I should have seen it coming. I introduced them to the world. I had a power greater than they had ever seen. The mortal races began to worship me. They built shrines to me, made sacrifices. They waited on my every word. It pained me deeply to see myself becoming what I had always loathed. They should not have been living beneath me, serving me. I wanted them to be free, balanced, to make their own decisions. Knowing my presence was thwarting my efforts, I withdrew into the earth, to sleep. I hoped I would be forgotten over the ages. But it was not long before the other gods arrived. I feel my strength training. We are nearly at the end. Please meet me along the path when you are ready. Well, I'm not gonna just run around for no reason. Whoops. When I ended the War of the Gods, I did it with no pleasure. I knew I had already failed. Looking over Gielinor, it was like looking at my homeland. The land ravaged, the mortals worshipping a multitude of gods, including myself. Races brought in by the now banished gods remained, and disrupted the balance at every turn. Battles raged on in the name of the absent gods. I could banish the gods themselves, but I could not remove the memories of them, the blind faith displayed by their followers. Besides, my own interference would only disrupt the balance more. I have disproportional power, more than any single being should have. I will wait for you further up the path when you are ready to continue. Come. I could have prevented this, Moldrum. Wow. I have been awake since you triggered the alarm. I knew what would happen. You could have stopped. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Sleeske? Sleeske, I'll say. You could have stopped Sleeske. Why didn't you? Moldrum, I have been the most powerful being in Gielinor since my arrival. Of course I could have stopped Sleeske if I had desired to, but I embrace my death. It must occur if the world is to be balanced. If the gods return, another war is inevitable. Gielinor must be returned to peace before war destroys it, before it becomes like my own home. A dead, desolate wasteland. Gielinor must be protected, Moldrum, but not by me. By a mortal, someone with the power to defend against the gods, but not the power to be one. Sorry. It is. The pain is becoming stronger. Oh no. Please enter the house, my home, when you are ready. Not much for a house. Whoa. I have so little this time. Please listen carefully, Moldrum. I have already shared my power with you, chosen you as one of my creatures, so that you may reach this point. When this is over, you will find yourself with even more power you may use to defend against gods. You must be a guardian of this world, Moldrum. Gielinor must be free. I'm curious what all three of these would lead to in the conversation, but of course I'm going to go with the one that fits me. I'm glad you have found such... It's getting late. I am glad to have found such a noble mortal as you, Moldrum. My blessing is with you. It is over. My family wait for me. Remember your purpose, Moldrum. ... Forget me. Guthix. What happened here? Runescape. Oh, there we go, I can turn. There they are. We must have waited for our backs to be turned, for our defenses to be down, since they started killing blow to Guthix before I could reach them. Discuss this. There was no need for murder. Just to see my victim. I think this is time for bickering. Guthix is dead. Zedix are broken. I don't know. Well, he doesn't want us to mourn him. He said to forget him. I don't know. The wars could begin again. There was no one to stop them. I can stop them. In his last moments, Guthix spoke to me. He granted me... What is happening? Oh, there's more people up there, but I can't see them. Oh, there they are. He's just... That's depressing. You should, like, just push him down so that he'll fall and move out the way. He's just sitting there now. What's happening? This was a trick. This was not how to do it. Saradomin. The God of Order. Whoops, what a weird place to start the game. Okay, here we are. Oh, there we go. Guthix was not an evil god. Like myself, he yearned to make the world a better place for those who dwell upon it. But his notion of balance was flawed, and his presence meant that I could not return. It was an easy decision, but Guthix had to die. But these names. But Gielinor? That does not mean we should gloat over the events here. I apologize, Michael. So human, you are alone with Guthix and the last prince. Tell me, do you know who I am? I know who you are, Saradomin. I'm going to go with the third one. The thing about Saradomin is that even though he's the god of order, he tends to take it a bit too far at times. I mean, there's evil in all things, so he has his pride and, you know, his arrogance. Just the head explosion in the world. More gods will be coming. I apologize, human. I do hope we meet again, but for now I must ask you to leave. I have much to do here. Interesting. You're resistant to my power. My journey back may have temporarily weakened me, I suppose, but still. Human, did Guthix tell you anything in his last moment? Wisdom, secret spells? I would advise you to tell me now. Is that so? Well, you have been given a generous gift. Clearly Guthix saw something in you. Consider your choices, human. Guthix may have presented you with the world as he sees it. But that is not the only view. There are other more worthy paths. No one god can wish for another war with the gods, but sometimes violence is necessary before we can achieve a greater peace. So you see how Guthix didn't want war, and Saradomin saying that it can be necessary. It would be wise to ensure you are on the right side when that violence begins. I'll leave you now to think on that. No doubt we will meet again, Guardian. This is it then. Guthix is dead. No time to mourn, Judah. Saradomin has returned. You should have these. One is a gift from me. The ring belonged to Cress. He meant for you to have it when this was over. Cress was a being who died earlier. They may aid you in the battles ahead. Woohoo! Dang. Look at all these lamps and everything. 3 quest points per XP. I got all this stuff for doing it. Access to Guthix Shrine, the World Guardian title, which is what I've wanted. It's green. 5 new combat abilities, access to the Crestbot's area, and Crestbot as a Slayer target. 2 treasure hunter keys. Every shrine here with Guthix's values without condition. And that's it. I've completed the World Wakes. The last of the 5th Age. These events actually happened in time about 2 years ago. A little more than 2 years ago. Let me get to Lumbridge. So this has already been in the 6th Age. I just did the quest like 2 years after it came out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what happens next. I happened to start playing this game shortly after the Death of Guthix, in the whole main world of everything. And what we got was this huge crater in the back. Shortly after I started playing, this used to be forest. And this crater appeared. Accidentally besized the window. This crater appeared, and I want to just show you the video for that. Saradomin looks different here. They changed his look for this event here. So this is what happened. This is the result of Guthix dying. Using the character the way my character looks now. Because after Guthix died, yeah, so you can see there's the forest. And there was this weird portal there for the longest time. Well, for several months, I think. And there's the god of chaos, Zamorak. Gods come back and now they're fighting over Guthix's power.
Saradomin. Zamorak. I cannot allow you to continue. What? This power is mine!
We just have to load the next part. Yeah, so then there was this world event thing where we had to mine these things here and give power to whichever god we chose to fight for. And at that time I fought for Saradomin. The lesser of two evils, I guess. But, so with the death of Guthix, the wars began again. Sorta, kinda. Reason why I'm doing, so this is the aftermath, after that whole battle. So the reason why I'm doing World Wakes now is because in a couple days, Tuska comes out. Tuska is the destroyer of worlds, who, while she attacked Guthix's homeworld, and it was in that attack that he lost his daughter. You know, and so that was part of him losing his family and stuff. So now she's turned her sights to Gielinor, and Tuska's coming here, and we're gonna have to fight her. So I decided to do the World Wakes in preparation for that. So I think I'm all set now. And but anyway, I just wanted to record this, get my feelings on it. It's official now. That's why I've been putting it off. I didn't want to see Guthix die, but that happened. So now it's official for me. He's dead. But as I say in my examine text here, faithful to the one who lives on in memory. The stuffed man never dies, only the actors who play him. Anyway, that's it. Bye.